Coming up strong with some hardcore power.
On TV yet or what?
No, we were there.
So,
We were supporting
you saw it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You were the second.
They said you were the only person who ever went out to meet people before the show.
Oh, is that right?
They said ever. They couldn't ever remember anyone else ever doing it.
Well,
We love you. You know, it shows.
It's an honor to meet you.
that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all coming.
Congressman from Texas, also running for president as a Republican. He's definitely not leading in the polls, but he is the most popular GOP candidate on the web. We'll find out what he's all about. Please welcome Congressman Ron Paul. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're from Texas now, but what's your background? You didn't grow up in Texas, did you?
No, I grew up in Pennsylvania,
Okay.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, all right. And you're a physician and still a physician.
Right.
How many babies have you delivered?
About 4,000.
That's pretty, wow, there you go, wow. And that's just the NBA stars. That's not even counting on it. I know you're also in the Air Force as well?
Right. I spent
Okay.
5 years in the Air Force as a flight surgeon.
Okay, so two noble professions, armed forces, doctor. How'd you get into the sleazy one, the politics? Now, what made you leave being a doctor and then, or did you ever leave?
I got fascinated with studying economics, and I figured we were on the wrong course about 30 years ago.
Okay.
And I think we still do a lot of things wrong, and I've been fascinated with Austrian economics, which is free market economics. It also involves hard money. That is, you shouldn't be allowed to print money out of thin air. You know, we have a problem with that.
Right.
We think money should be backed by something.
Right, exactly, okay.
That's a very good question, and you might ask the question, why are 70% of the American people now wanting us out of there, and why did the Republicans do so poorly last year? So I would suggest that we should look at foreign policy. I'm suggesting very strongly that we should have a foreign policy of non-intervention, the traditional American foreign policy and the Republican foreign policy. Throughout the 20th century, the Republican Party benefited from a non-interventionist foreign policy. Think of how Eisenhower came in to stop the Korean War. Think of how Nixon was elected to stop the mess in Vietnam. How did we win the election in the year 2000? We talked about a humble foreign policy, no nation building, don't police the world. That is a conservative, it's a Republican, it's a pro-American, it follows the Founding Fathers, and besides, it follows the Constitution. I tried very hard to solve this problem before we went to war by saying, declare war if you want to go to war, fight it.
It's going to be a multi-generational war. Where are we going to get the kids to fight this war? I don't see any of the Republicans up there encouraging people to go to join the military. Or
Yeah, no, it's dwindling, and right now one of the candidates this week said we should stay there 100 years if necessary. Where are you going to get the troops if we go into Iran? They're going to have a draft, and they'll have a draft with women. That's what we have to stop. We need to defend this country, and empires always end by spreading themselves too far, and that's what's happening here.
She's so patriotic, so patriotic. She's so patriotic, the way that she be marching, march for me. Soldier girl, march for me. She's so patriotic, found her in the projects. Then I took her shopping, now she is the hottest. I put her on my Twitter, now she is a trending topic. She looks like a model every time she start marching. And every time I see her, the first thing I say, I'll be like, hey, baby. She's so patriotic, soldier girl her name. And I met her before I had the money and the fame. She be always by my side when I'm going to war. That's why she always by my side when I'm going on tour. And she marches.